Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Indices. And just before we start, any new members, please join the Trading Lounge chat area here. We are 7 analysts and we can help answer any accounts that you may have. So you may as well use our minds while you're here, and learning in real time is good. We cover over 200 markets, so yeah, please use that. Also, I will be heading to Perth from Sydney tomorrow morning, so no video tomorrow or Thursday, Friday as well, and I'll be back on Tuesday. So any updates I'll try to do on my laptop when I'm away, but that will be that. So with the S&P here, I just want to go over to the trading view here, and with the S&P here you can see that it's a bit difficult to see actually, but basically we have taken out the top here, so we can turn the S&P bullish. The Nasdaq is lagging a lot, and it's very sort of heavy in its price action around here, and we can see that in the tech stocks. We know that the banks are heading higher, as I've pointed out a few times. We can look at any of the banks. Is Goldman's here, so we've got 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So it'll keep pushing all the way further up here. This trend is not finished. So the S&P is soaking that up a little bit, where the Nasdaq is a little bit heavy. The other thing that I wanted to just check on here, if I can find it, is this one here. This is the S&P weighted index, and we can see here that it's really pushed up quite high over the previous high here. So yesterday it was tinkering with that high there, but today has sort of moved through there. We see this trend on increased volume as well coming in here, so very good for the for this for the S&P on that side of things, where we see the say the NDX here, the cash market here. We can see that it's not near its high. It's hitting supply here, the resistance as expected at around the 21,000, and I look at this here and I think I just get the feeling that it's still corrective here. I sort of get the feeling that we could make another attempt for the high here, but certainly come back down here for this. So I'm not that positive with the Nasdaq actually. So yeah, positive with the S&P. So being on positive with the S&P, the best count we've got would be this one here, which comes from our global analyst and global indices analyst Malik, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now, I've never been a big fan of 1s and 2s, but kind of left with nothing else to look at here by to have something that has got the right look and feel about it. One of the things here, of course, is obviously we've got Thanksgiving coming in this week, and obviously big traders that are wealthy will be taking time off early and later and all of that. So as mentioned yesterday, the volume around the 6,000 and the 21,000 for the Nasdaq will be quite sort of low. So I don't really sort of see much sort of happening here. Yes, we'll push higher. Yes, we'll come back and check on that 6,000. So when we come back from Thanksgiving, we'll have a look at looking for long trade setups. We may get it, we may not in here. So we're just going to go in now and just have a look at this situation in here for that. So we're just going to cut to the chase and go to the 1,000 area here, and really just sort of focus from that particular low area here and moving up here. Now I may or may not have this correct, all of this here, but what I'm sort of thinking is that with all trends, all impulse waves, there's a beginning, which is all the 1s and 2s, and then there's the middle, and then there's the end. I don't think we've got the end yet, and over the next few sessions until Thanksgiving, then I just think we're going to kind of be creeping around, probably making new highs and probably dropping a bit lower and those sorts of things as well here. But I'm kind of want to put that wave 1 up here and this wave 2 here. That's what we're looking for. Once we've got that in place, then we can start looking for long trades over this side of the fence. Okay, so yeah, as it stands at the moment, we've got a little A and a B and a C wave down to here. So that low must stay in place here for this and push up. Once it pushes up and takes that top out here, then we know that we're sort of on the right track. Now, these highs may not be as high as I've done them here, but you know, and I think this 6,000, because of the Thanksgiving, is going to be created as a bit of a sticky number. So perhaps not think about it being too high, and sort of think about it more being, you know, making some highs, but don't get sucked into them, because we're not going to run with them until next week, until after Thanksgiving, and we want this sort of ABC pattern thing here to be sort of done and dusted, so to speak. And yeah, so that's really where we are. We want to be over here before we start, you know, building into any long trades over on this side of it here. So that's my best shot at this. So this is going to get messy, so don't worry about it too much. Yeah. Then we come over to the Russell, no, sorry, the Nasdaq. I've lost the plot. So with the Nasdaq here, I'm still going to treat it as a bit of a B wave coming up here, as an A and a B and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Now, if this low here, just as a bit of a warning here, if this low does get breached here, because so far we've got a nice A, B, and C wave to this point, and it looks impulsive to the upside. So you know, as a day trader, you could also go long there as well. But I'm just saying, if this low is breached here, then we're going to get, it'll play out like this. Will be 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 5 here, and then an ABC pattern here, and then down again, because we'll end up with 5 waves here at this point. It could be 1, 2, 1, and 2, and so on. So we'll just see how this sort of plays out here, and that would be the long trade, short trade over here. I'm not that keen on going long here, because we still got to let's get some more data in here. We still got this block of supply here. Supply just meaning sellers at this point. And that's, you know, that's playing out here. So with the holidays and that, it's not really going to get over this side over here. I mean, we can look at all of this as being bullish as well. It's not really an issue, but so I could view this, I could count this in lots of different ways basically, but I've counted as 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 up here for the third, the fourth, to give it one more sort of high up here, because I know that if it does push up here, which it probably will, it's going to be pushed back down, and because of the, you know, low volumes and all the rest of it. So, you know, we'll need to see a nice impulse wave over here before we even sort of consider being long in this. But there is the trap of this being lower at this point, and I can see that with some of the big tech stocks, because the S&P have got the banks on their side, and the Nasdaq, it doesn't. So it's always better to trade the leading markets, and the S&P is leading to the upside, and the reason for that is that leading markets tend to range more than the other markets. We've got the Russell ETF here, so we're looking at this as 1 and 2 here from that previous low down the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, and the same with the sort of bit the same as the S&P, a bit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here for 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here. So this move up here will be the same as the S&P. It's running quite nicely though in this case, and yeah, it's got a beginning, its middle, so it'll basically end up somewhere up here for this as the 1 and the 2 over here for this. So we really want this 250 here to be the tested support, so we may need, you know, we could end up getting it on this one here. It may be that we get something like this, and it'll make it easier at this point. Otherwise, if it comes up here and hits this and then has its wave 2 pullback, this wave 2 pullback here, then we'll have to wait for the impulse wave up here for this, and build a position here, and then build a position above it. So we'll work in that. We'll see how that sort of plays out. But we don't want to go chasing that into that medium level there, 250. And basically, if you can't understand any of this, you really just want to eyeball the situation, and in a way you're just looking for support. So if this is the level here, always wait for the first high above the level, because that takes a lot of effort to get up here through old supply, and then it will drop back and catch its breath, and then this is where the correct timing comes in. You know, if we can pick up a position in here and then build on here, then that's what we'll do at that point. So that's the man in the grass, Russell, and we come over to the DAX. So with the DAX here, coming out of this correction here, this ABC for the A wave, the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I've got this low here. We've been working it to the upside. We've been working at it as wave 1 or wave A, and then an ABC for 2 or B here, and then 1 and 2 and 3, and then we've got wave 4 here and going up for wave 5. So I just wanted to point out that if it was corrective, this would be the A wave, the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here, and if it was going to go down, it will be going down from that point, and if it was going to be bullish, it's going to give us another ABC correction here and then push up from that point. So yeah, so it'll probably trade up over the next few sessions, but you just need to track 5 waves up at this point. Now I could extend this out further, and what I mean by that is that I've got this wave 1 and 2 here, then this wave 1 and 2 here. I could put this wave 1 here instead of that one. It's not a big deal, you know what I mean, but we want to be we basically want to be trading up to the 20,000. That will be it there, and we'll look for the thing is, if we'll look for 5 waves up there, so 1 and 2, 5 waves for the 3rd wave, the 4th wave and the 5th wave. So you can hold long if you're in some sort of stock that's got this particular movement here. I'd just be careful about this wave 4 little area here on this, and yeah, we'll pick this up when we come back. And the UK market is well, damn thing smoking for a change. So we've been counting up as 1 and 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd, 4th and 5th, up for wave 1 or wave A, because we've just been looking at it like that, wave 2 here or B, and then 1 and 2, and then we're counting up here yesterday. I've extended this out, so I've got wave 2 here to wave 3 here, and then having wave 4 here. Could put wave 4 over here, but I'll just leave it here for the moment. But at this level here, the 83 here, as a day trader, you could go long up here, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here. Okay, but you'll need to get out because it's going to fall back over here. So I'm going to remove this now because I don't want to leave it there and look stupid, any more stupid than I am, and get people trapped there. So this is, if you know the trading levels, we've got 8 here, then we've got 1, 2, 3 here was the top of minor group 1. So we should expect a larger correction here. And we've also had this long 3rd wave here. And when you get long 3rd waves, then you get complicated 4th waves, because this is a big emotional event, and as the bigger the emotional event, the longer time it takes to get over it, as humans as we are, and this is a reflection of human nature here. So yeah, this will take a little bit of time here. So be very careful about here. What you see here is not what you're going to get next. You always get the opposite of what you're thinking. So I could put wave C here, but it's probably more likely that we're going to have wave 5 pushed to the upside. And once we've got that 5 waves there, then we can think about this in terms of basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, and then an ABC, and then up again at that point. So this will be the one that we're looking for over here in the bigger picture. So looking quite nice there. We come over to the Australian market, and just on 1,000 ticks, we're looking at wave 3 here and 4 here. And I was counting up as 1, 2 here, and then there's 5 waves in here. I won't bore you to death, but 3, 4, and then we're looking for wave 5 up here. So we've got wave 5 here. Now the thing here is that this move from the top here, this move down here is corrective. This so yeah, that's corrective. So we'll probably push higher. So that means that these 5 waves here will now become wave 1 over here with wave 2 here. So we could look at this as wave one moving to the upside here. Also here, this particular price point here, the midpoint here coming in at this old top over here, that's why it's vibrating here at the old top, as they do. And we were looking for support yesterday. So we were talking yesterday about a classic trading levels pattern sitting here. Well, that's that high. Then we can come down to this high. So any long trades can go into here. So this is just day for day traders. So this will be one and it'll pull back over here. So you may be able to get a better position over here if it pulls back. So you might be able to drop that down onto the second wave here, because I think that's 1, 2, 3 here, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So push up for 5, hit the tops there, push back. So you'll get that B wave top there, the A, the B, and the C. So you know, as a day trade, to get up to the next number here, to the 5 here, this is where you'd want to be getting out, because it's going to spend time here in one way or another, and then you have to basically wait at that point and look to go long over with a classic trading levels pattern here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the ABC pattern here, and then up again at that point. So getting to the 5 here and getting out, and 5 being the second strongest number, you can be pretty much assured that you're going to see the market have a bit of a dance at that particular number there. So yeah, buying new highs is the way forward on that. Alrighty, well, like I said, I'm going to go over and see my lovely mother in Perth, which is about 3,000-4,000 miles away, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.